From selling makeup with asbestos in it to the time she faked her pregnancy and offended everyone, JoJo might not have as clean of a slate as you'd expect. So, let's talk about the kind of things she's done that have made people hate her. She might seem like the least controversial person out there. I mean, come on, she's the queen of bows and has energy for days. She's basically a role model for kids all over the globe, right? But hold up, she's not invincible to drama. Back in 2019, her makeup line, which was sold at Claire's, got recalled by the FDA due to asbestos concerns. Yeah, you heard that right, asbestos. She was all about that bright and sparkly makeup, and her team thought it would be a good idea to team up with Claire's, a store that every tween girl loves. But when the FDA posted a pic of one of the products and warned about asbestos, parents everywhere freaked out. JoJo was quick to respond and took down every makeup set from every store and stopped production. In a now deleted video, she assured everyone that safety was her and Nickelodeon's top priority.
You know, her merch line covers everything from bows to food to scooters to makeup, but we just found out that her makeup set she sells at Claire's is actually very dangerous. And no, not like the if look.
On the other hand, Claire's tried to defend itself by saying that the products were safe since only a tiny bit of asbestos was found. Yeah, right, and it'll only do damage to your lungs a tiny bit too. No amount of asbestos should be in your makeup, period. This isn't the only time when she got into trouble because of makeup either.
Everything on Ellen. I love all the little kids. I could name them all. Little Brielle, little Emma, Noah, Macy, all the little kids that have been on.
Let's talk about the blackface drama that went down in her music video. Last year, in July of 2020, JoJo released her non-stop music video. It's all about her love for performing, and it shows her as the leader of a circus surrounded by performers in wild costumes. There were people on stilts, silver-colored performers, and even someone dressed up as a monkey. The problem is that the monkey had brown makeup on, which a lot of people called out as blackface. Siwa wasn't about to let the haters bring her down though. She immediately took to Instagram, insisting that the makeup was not done maliciously, and that we're talking about kids dressing up as circus animals. No one in my video is wearing blackface. She also said that she was on the right side of history, and that people should stop trying to make this thing about something it isn't. People on social media were quick to point out that JoJo's IG post wasn't actually an apology though. JoJo kind of has a habit of deflecting when it comes to taking accountability. It's like she's allergic to apologizing.
Literally everything. So the merchandise is crazy, you know. Obviously there's the bows, which we've sold over 45 million this year in 2018, which is crazy. Thank you. Yeah.
And if you don't believe me, let's just take a look at how she handled a different situation. This is about that creepy game she made. Parents were not feeling her brand after a board game called JoJo's Juice was found to have some inappropriate content, causing it to be taken off shelves in 2021. It's crazy to me that this didn't happen sooner. Reviews in 2018 already mentioned that the game had questions about dating and walking in on someone naked. Yikes. A mother even shared pics of the playing cards on Facebook saying it was garbage. Also, JoJo herself took to Instagram to let everyone know that she wasn't cool with the game's content.
Is that when she's right and when she knows she's right, she doesn't back down. She will stand her ground. And she has this famous saying,
saying that she had no idea about the types of questions on the cards since she didn't have any input in that aspect. She even said she would have never given the game a green light if she knew about it. Nickelodeon and Spin Master, who collaborated on the product, released a statement confirming that JoJo's Juice was being discontinued and won't be available for purchase anymore. I mean, Nickelodeon has a history of doing sus things, and JoJo should have at least been aware of that, saying that, quote, "I had no idea isn't a valid excuse," and that ignorance didn't help her in this next controversy either.
It like makes you see your face more.
Yeah.
But it definitely was an adjustment. However, showering is the best thing ever.
I have had short hair before like that, and I was like, it felt so light.
She went along with the rumor about her being pregnant, and people got pissed. It all started a few weeks ago when she started posting pics of herself cradling her stomach and making jokes about being pregnant. She even went on a baby clothes shopping spree, which got her fans all riled up with speculation. But not everyone thought it was funny. In a tweet, one user wrote, "Hot take, but JoJo Siwa feeding into the pregnancy rumors just doesn't sit right with me. People have been saying for years not to joke about that." Another user on Twitter questioned why no one was calling out Siwa for faking a pregnancy for clicks. Also, in a Reddit thread discussing Siwa's posts, one user wrote that, as someone who just had a miscarriage, F people who think faking pregnancy is funny. It's so wildly messed up. It was clear that Siwa's little prank offended some people, and that it wasn't something to be joked about lightly. And how did she respond to this? Well, JoJo shared a TikTok video of herself laughing off the speculation. Also, Insider then revealed that her video of baby clothes shopping was actually part of a giveaway. In another Snapchat story, Siwa talked about her plans for having children as a gay woman, explaining that it's not the traditional way, but she believes it's possible. She added that she doesn't need a male significant other in her life to have kids. Honestly, more power to her. But again, she did not directly respond to the backlash she received, like at all. And if that wasn't enough, our little quote goody two-shoes also has some drama with other celebs. And the first one is Justin Bieber. Oh boy, did he get some serious backlash from Siwa's fans when he suggested she should burn her custom-painted 15th birthday car in 2018. But don't worry, he later apologized on Twitter, clarifying that he just didn't like the crazy colors on the car, which had Siwa's face on the hood, by the way, and he didn't mean any harm towards her. Something tells me that he was mincing his words though. But this next celeb was someone I would never have guessed had issues with Siwa. But apparently, DaBaby name-dropped Siwa in his song Beatbox, saying JoJo Siwa. Some people thought it was a diss towards her, but he quickly shut that down on Twitter by explaining that he actually loves Siwa and even bought all of her merch for his daughter. Apparently, the lyric is just clever wordplay. Siwa with CY sound kind of similar, and JoJo is like a nickname for his real name Jonathan. Like, come on, this just sounds like a weirdly elaborate cover-up. Either way, it doesn't come close to this next feud that JoJo Siwa had with Candace Cameron. It all started when she called her out for being rude in a TikTok video, and things only escalated from there. In July of 2022, JoJo spilled the tea on her negative experience with Candace during a social media challenge, and people couldn't stop talking about it.
So I was finally able to talk to JoJo this morning. I called her, and we had a great conversation. We had all the feels and it was all good. And there was like...
On the other hand, Candace responded more subtly, quoting a passage from the Bible on her Instagram story. Her daughter, Natasha, also showed support for her mom on Instagram. And Candace later revealed that she spoke with JoJo after the comments made headlines. According to Candace, JoJo didn't want to tell her exactly how she was rude, but it turns out it was because she declined to take a picture with her at the Fuller House premiere when JoJo was just 11, even though she took pictures with other kids there. Honestly, this didn't seem like something worth unleashing your army of fans onto someone for. Either way, that'll have to do it for why people hate JoJo Siwa.